On our planet Earth, there are a total of 340 billion trees, and you might be surprised to learn that every year 1% of these trees are used by the world's largest furniture brand, IKEA. That's 30 billion trees annually, and every passing second 963 trees go into IKEA's furniture. But who would believe that IKEA's billion-dollar business empire actually started with just a few boxes of matches? The child who couldn't even remember the names of things, this very weakness became his strength. Welcome back, viewers, to another Story Spark TV video. This child's name was Ingvar Kamprad, who started his very first business at the age of just 6. His family saw that this child was quite different from others and had a knack for business. His grandmother gave him 88 Swedish cents, with which Ingvar bought 100 matchboxes to encourage him. His first customer was also his grandmother, who bought a matchbox from Ingvar for 3 cents. Soon, people in the neighborhood also started buying matches from him, and thus his initial investment tripled to 3 Swedish krona. This wasn't much, but this experience ignited a passion in Ingvar to buy things at a low price and sell them for more. During his growing years, when children are usually busy with their own things, Ingvar sold various household items, doubling or tripling his investment each time. He didn't waste the profits, but reinvested them. When he was sent to school, he showed symptoms of a strange condition called dyslexia, which made it difficult to read and remember things. Apart from his studies, Ingvar kept his shop running in school as well. He would sell pens, watches, and belts to his classmates. He even made the first big profit of his life by selling 500 pens in school. At the age of 17, when Ingvar completed his graduation, his father gave him money as a gift to register a trading company. Registered in 1943, this company was named IKEA. In this name, I and K represent Ingvar Kamprad. The letter E was taken from Elmtaret, the name of the family farm, and the final A represents Agunarid, the name of Ingvar's village. This was a virtual trading company without a shop or office, mainly focused on delivery. Ingvar started selling the same items he had been selling since childhood. There was just a small shed-like space where he would pack orders. But who knew that the business that started from a small shed would one day become a billion-dollar empire? In IKEA's early days, Ingvar started importing and selling pens, wallets, and various other items. At the age of 17, his business was doing well, but all these products were also available in other physical stores. This meant that people would only buy them via mail order if the price was lower or if it was a new product. To find a solution to this, he started market research, listing products that were manufactured at a low price but sold at a higher price. He couldn't understand why a pen that was manufactured for 1 Swedish cent was sold by grocery stores for 10 cents. At an age when boys want to be free, Ingvar was deeply involved in market research. He concluded that products were indeed manufactured at a low price in factories, but the real issue was at the distribution end. By the time a product reached a grocery store from the factory, it became expensive. The only solution for Ingvar to succeed in market competition was to save money on distribution and transportation, which required a lot of planning and hard work. Until now, he hadn't included furniture in his catalog, but in 1948, after World War II, the Swedish government started building many new houses. The demand for affordable furniture to furnish these new homes also increased. This was the perfect opportunity for Ingvar to include furniture in his product catalog. Gradually, his furniture sales surpassed other products. He started buying cheap furniture from local manufacturers and selling it with a profit margin. As you know, Ingvar had dyslexia, so he couldn't remember the codes for the furniture. Therefore, he gave them simple names in his catalog that he could remember when orders came in. When the product catalog had a unique and attractive name instead of a code for each product, it became easier for people to place orders. This small thing proved very beneficial in boosting IKEA's sales. The only way to get orders among so many companies was to offer a lower price than everyone else. But reducing the price meant compromising on quality, and many companies were doing just that, which was damaging the reputation of all mail-order companies. This was the time when Ingvar decided to open IKEA's first store, where he would physically display furniture. This would significantly reduce delivery costs because people could now come directly to his store to buy furniture. Secondly, those who didn't trust the quality of mail orders could now come to the shop and inspect the furniture themselves. As a marketing strategy, Ingvar also decided to offer free Swedish buns to customers. In 1953, when IKEA's first store was launched, it was more crowded than expected. About 1,000 people lined up outside the store because furnishing the homes provided by the Swedish government had to become everyone's need. Ingvar's strategy was working. He would mail catalogs to people, but the physical store allowed customers to come directly to the shop. This was the first mail-order company to also create a physical store. Ingvar even built a pool next to his store, which turned IKEA into a tourist spot in town. People would go out for an outing and also buy something along the way. IKEA was rapidly climbing the ladder of success. But Ingvar didn't know that other retail furniture stores were about to become a major obstacle in his path. In the 1950s, IKEA was growing very fast, and this was not going down well with Swedish furniture dealers. His competitors were still using the old mail-order model, so they couldn't compete with IKEA's low prices. Furniture dealers did everything possible to stop IKEA. First, they banned IKEA from selling at trade fairs, because whenever there was a fair, IKEA's stall would be the most crowded. This was because other stalls only had catalogs, while real furniture could be seen at IKEA's store. Then the dealers also got the prices listed in the catalogs banned because IKEA's prices were the lowest among them. This time, IKEA organized its own trade fair where no one could stop it. In response, the dealers threatened IKEA's suppliers that if they sold furniture to IKEA, they would stop buying from them. Fearing this, the suppliers stopped supplying to IKEA. This was a direct attack on Ingvar, which significantly affected IKEA's sales. But then Ingvar came up with a way to force the suppliers to supply furniture to IKEA. While other retailers paid suppliers in 3 months, IKEA announced that it would pay in just 10 days. This made suppliers secretly start supplying to IKEA in the dark of night. Meanwhile, IKEA also got its own designs made and ordered wooden chairs from Poland, which was beyond the imagination of other retailers. In this way, the boycott, instead of weakening IKEA, made it even stronger, and it survived every attack from its opponents. One day, an IKEA employee noticed a customer trying to fit a table into his car, but the table wouldn't fit. He suggested, why not remove the legs of the table? This idea changed IKEA's future. The table legs could be easily removed and reattached, and Ingvar immediately made this idea the backbone of his business. Making flat-pack furniture made IKEA's furniture more compact, which became cheaper and easier to store and transport. The risk of damage also decreased, and customers could take their furniture home on the same day. This gave IKEA the advantage of cost-cutting and faster delivery. Customers would assemble their own furniture, and they had a greater emotional attachment to their furniture. This new method became so popular that people started calling it the IKEA effect. IKEA was the first to introduce the concept of disassembled furniture in the furniture industry, which is used all over the world today. While manufacturing, furniture is designed with properties that allow it to be disassembled and delivered at a lower cost. After the success of IKEA's first store, Ingvar decided to open a new and larger store in a cheaper location outside Stockholm, the capital of Sweden. This store was as large as 8 football fields and consisted of 3 floors. Ingvar understood customer psychology and designed the store layout accordingly. There was only one entrance and one exit in the store. Customers would walk along a single path and see the entire store, ensuring that nothing escaped their eyes, and they would also buy things that were not on their shopping list. IKEA's layout was designed in such a way that customers would spend more time inside, but the problem was that the store would become empty during lunchtime. Ingvar noticed that this was happening because people would leave for lunch break and not return. Therefore, Ingvar opened a restaurant inside the IKEA store itself. Ingvar's thinking proved absolutely correct. After opening the restaurant, customers would stay in the store longer, and if they felt hungry, they would eat there. Ingvar now had a business model that just needed to be replicated. In 1965, a new store opened, and 18,000 people visited it on the first day. By 1973, IKEA had become very successful. Now Ingvar wanted IKEA's name to live on even after him. For this, he made a special plan, a plan that would accuse him of theft. Yes, Ingvar's dream was for his children to inherit IKEA's business, but inheritance taxes were very high in Sweden. In Sweden, there used to be very high taxes on inherited property. To solve this problem, Ingvar hired lawyers from all over the world, and their mission was to save IKEA from taxes. For 7 years, the lawyers created shell companies, foundations, and trusts at tax haven. Eventually, IKEA's corporate structure became so complex that it became impossible to impose taxes on it. Because of this very action of Ingvar, IKEA also started being accused of tax evasion, and as the world's law goes, everyone tries to pull down those who progress. In the 1980s, another accusation was leveled against IKEA. There were some factories in East Germany where the furniture made went to IKEA, but in some of these companies, prisoners were forced to work. People started blaming IKEA for this. Later, when this accusation was proven, IKEA's management issued a public apology and asked for forgiveness from the people. In the 1990s, more than 70 new IKEA stores were opened, and in 2008, IKEA became the world's largest furniture company. In 2018, Ingvar Kamprad passed away at the age of 91. Today, there are 475 IKEA stores worldwide, and more than 2,000 new products are launched every year. The special thing about these products is that even today, every product is given a Swedish name, which Ingvar Kamprad started due to his dyslexia. Hopefully, you will like and share this Story Spark TV video a lot. Thank you very much for your loving comments. See you in the next amazing video.